And we're live.
We did it.
We did it.
Welcome back, boys.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, it's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks.
I was in the States.
You were
right.
in the
Okay.
States.
Let's jump into
I'm
it, John.
home.
Why
I can
weren't
relax.
you doing a podcast last weekend?
Because I was at Twitchcon in San Diego.
How was San Diego? How was the weather?
Very nice, actually. It was excellent. It was super hot in the day and perfect at night.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. It's been real hot. Or last weekend it was like pretty hot around the Bay Area, so I'm assuming San Diego was, that much hotter.
Yeah. Oh man, when it cooled down in the evening, it was so good. Our hotel was probably half a mile from like the convention center and from Petco Park. So we walked back and forth there and it was pretty good. It was nice and relaxing.
Get any swimming done?
No swimming, sadly.
Oh, really? You didn't did you go to the beach?
No, well, because it was basically like convention, then back to hotel, relax, or go to party. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, also I missed the first day of the convention, which also kind of.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Let's hear about that.
God. All right, where do I even fucking begin on that? So for those who don't know, the Calgary Airport is building a new international wing. They've been working on it for a while.
Yep.
It's going to launch. I was told 1st of November, so I don't know if that's actually accurate or not.
Last I heard was the 27th of October, which is a dumb date, so you're probably right. That's probably the date they're going to finish officially, like, building and take stuff away to clean up.
Yeah.
They're going to have, like, 3 or 4 days of Halloween-themed activities in it.
Nope. Probably not.
Okay. They're going to set up a haunted house.
Maybe.
That'd be amazing in an airport, and would also be the biggest security risk in history.
That's true.
So for those who don't know, to get into international Calgary Airport, you have to get in 2 hours before your flight. That's the earliest they'll let you in. So
I think that's most airlines.
Most airports, it's 3.
Is it 3? Okay. To be fair, I actually heard that Calgary was 3 now or stuff.
The signs everywhere say 2, but maybe the new wing will make it 3.
Okay. I thought you were thinking it was less elsewhere, but anyway, this doesn't matter.
So I went there at the usual time, so I had like an hour and 45 minutes before the flight. Customs line, super fast. Ticket, super fast. And after customs, you have to go through security, and then you're at your gate. Security didn't really move for an hour. It was backed up. And in the hour I spent there, I never reached security.
Did you ever find out like what was holding it up? Was there just like some real shifty dude?
No, it was just there were 4 lanes and they were all going excruciatingly slow.
Okay.
So by the end of it, like my flight was at 1 basically, and at 12:45, they finally sent someone to go figure out where people missing on the flight were. But they grabbed us like, all right, we'll get you to the front of line security so you can get on the flight. Yeah. And then as soon as they got us to the front of the gate or front of the security, they're like, oh wait, sorry, the flight's actually gone. You can't fly.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So 3 of us missed our flight because of that.
It's basically Calgary Airport just being incompetent.
Yeah. So we go to the gate, and the lady at the gate says, yeah, we'll try to get you on another flight, but you'll probably have to pay for it. And then, of course, like, this is not our fault. Why the fuck? I'm like super upset. So like, okay, come to this gate. We'll see if we can get you on a Salt Lake City flight, which will get you to San Diego. So we go there, and then they start working on our passes, and they say, all right, I can only get one of you on right now. So the girl in our group got to go.
Uh-huh.
And then the other 2 of us just waited there while that flight left. And then suddenly another girl at the gate said, wait, you 2 were supposed to be on that flight. Yeah, we got you tickets. But the flight had already left, so we now had to miss that flight.
Okay.
Yeah. So the guy in my group, the girl at the counter works on it, gets his ticket. Now he's ready to go at a 6:00 flight. They'll get him there at midnight, so he's fine. So he takes off.
Are they all going to TwitchCon?
2 of us were going to TwitchCon. One was just going to San Diego just to hang out.
Sure. Okay.
He had a friend there he wanted to meet up with. So 3rd flight, or like I'm the only one left out of the 3 of us. The lady works on my pass and says something about, WestJet's causing problems with your ticket. We have to talk to WestJet to kind of get things shifted around. So she's like, all right, I'll do the work here. Hang on. So she contacts them. She gets a new flight for me. It'll get me in at midnight. It's flying to Seattle at like 6:30, and then the connecting flight on Alaska will get me there at midnight. So they say, all right, we're good. We just need to get Expedia to reissue your ticket. Then you can fly.
This is the fun part. This is where it begins. Yeah.
So she tells me to call Expedia. Actually, no, sorry. She tries to call Expedia first, and they don't answer. So then she says, all right, why don't you try? So, okay. I call Expedia. I get through.
At that point, I'd be like, wait, why would I have any more luck than you? Shouldn't you know like the back door secrets here?
I mean, it's because I need to log in with my account and stuff like that, so it makes more sense.
Okay.
So and sure enough, like I call, and then they're like, we have with this phone number, we have associated an itinerary. Do you want to talk about this itinerary? And then they put me on like a fast track, I guess, or something. So I call the guy and say like, hey, I need you to reissue my ticket because blah 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 happened, and they say once you do this, I can get on my flight. So he says, okay, hang on a sec. Puts me on hold. Half hour passes.
That's amazing.
So I say, okay, this is stupid. So I hang up and call back. I get a different person, say the same thing. It's like, all right, hang on, we'll put you on hold. Another half hour passes.
How? At that point, after I talked to the second person, I would have just been like, don't put me on hold. I'm not going.
It doesn't matter. They will.
Keep in mind, at this point, I have been in this airport for 5 hours.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Fuck. I should have come in and had like lunch with you or something.
I mean, I didn't think I was going to be there that long.
Yeah, fair enough.
So third time I call, I get another person. They say, hang on, I'll put you on hold. I'll look into it. And then when she puts me on hold, the original guy I was talking to calls back. And he says, hey, sorry, we got disconnected or something. This entire time I've been on hold with WestJet. We're like, what? Yeah, we've been on hold. I've been on hold with WestJet the entire time. They need to issue a code so that you don't have to take a rescheduling penalty. And they refuse to do it.
Because they hate you.
No, because I asked, like, wait, why? It's like, oh, okay, so the person at WestJet, or at Delta, rather, that rebooked you a flight, they booked you a flight with Alaska. And WestJet and Alaska don't cooperate, or whatever the term was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not part of the same, whatever the group is. I can't remember the name of it.
Coalition or something like that. They're not Star Alliance.
The Coalition?
No, they're the other one.
Developers of Gears of War?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Coalition's the, like, United and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it's not the COG, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically, but whatever.
So yeah, after all that, they say, yeah, because of that, because you're booked on an Alaska flight, because of what Delta did, they absolutely refuse to waive the fee. So the only way for you to fly tonight is to pay a $200 plus fee.
Yeah.
And of course, I say, it's not my fault. Why the fuck would I do that? That's stupid.
At that point, you just give them 2 middle fingers.
Yeah, for sure.
So the guy I talked to from Expedia is like, yeah, I know. Like, as a consumer, trust me, this is fucking stupid. I feel for you, dude. But as like someone who knows the industry, unfortunately, this is how it is, and there's no way to fix it. So we can get you on a flight tomorrow for no charge. It'll be the exact same times you were supposed, or no, it'll be earlier than when you were supposed to leave today. So now instead of leaving at 1 o'clock, my flight was leaving at 9 a.m.
Ugh.
So I say, all right, fine, we'll do that. Like, it sucks. I wanted to sleep in, but whatever. It'll get me there, and it doesn't cost me an extra $200 for stupid reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
So I bite the bullet, and I go home. I'm obviously upset at this point because now this means I'm going to miss the first day of the convention. But I just hang out with Reese for a bit. We watch a movie, have some pizza, have a good time. And then after the movie ends, I check my phone, and I've gotten a text from Delta saying the flight I was on is now delayed by an hour.
This is the one that's coming up, right?
Yes, the one that I'm taking at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Now it says it's leaving at 10, which worries me because my flight was supposed to leave at, or my connecting flight was supposed to be an hour and a half after I arrived. So now it's 30 minutes after I arrived, so I'm cutting it close. Then I go unwind a little bit, play some games, and then I get another text saying my flight has been delayed by another hour again. So now I've missed my connecting flight.
Yeah.
Before it's even the day I'm supposed to travel.
Yep.
So I call at the recommendation of a friend who's also flying there. She recommended calling Delta and saying, hey, can you put me on this 7 a.m. flight that goes to Vancouver that then goes to Seattle? Because then I can get that original flight, the connecting flight in Seattle that I was going to miss. I say, I don't trust my luck, so I'll get a different flight. And I get put on the original time I was supposed to go the day before. So now I'm leaving at 1 o'clock. Get to the airport. Flight there's fine. But when I'm checking in, I get a message on my flight to San Diego saying, hey, this flight's overbooked. Are you willing to, like, sit out on this flight? And of course, at this point, I'm super upset. So I say, fuck no. Get to the airport. My friend who took the Vancouver flight to get the original connecting flight was unable to take it because no planes were flying into Seattle for about 2 hours that day. So she missed her connecting flight because of it.
What happened? Do you know?
Fog. They just weren't letting anyone in because of fog.
Yeah, okay. That sucks.
So we both end up on the same flight. My ticket has no seat. We get to the airport, or I get to the gate, and they say, hey, we're not going to give out any tickets right now until after like everyone else is boarded. So we wait. Everyone else gets on the plane. They say, all right, anyone who needs a seat, come on up. There's a list on the screen. My name's not on the screen. So, of course, now I'm worried that I've been left off on standby again. Talk to them. They're like, oh, yeah, you had a seat the whole time. We just didn't issue it to you. Sorry.
Great.
I mean, we're just trying to mess with you and see how far we can push you till you break.
Yeah.
Basically. So then I finally get on the plane, get to San Diego, and I'm like, oh, thank God. I missed the day of the convention.
You just sit down in that seat and just weep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, thank God I'm here finally. Make it to San Diego, have a good time at TwitchCon. Get back. Okay, so then on the way back.
Good. Skip all the TwitchCon part. I want to hear about this return flight.
Yeah, for sure.
Thought.
Yep. We'll get to the games later.
Yeah. So TwitchCon happens. Then on the way back, taxi driver is like, all right, tell him, all right, I'm flying WestJet. Bring me to WestJet. So he comes up there to the international gate and he's like, hey, do you want me to drop you off at this one or the next one? The next one's closer and it's a little bit cheaper because checking in outside is a little more expensive. So I was like, all right, whatever. So he drops me off at this other gate and it's actually farther away.
Pay to check in?
No, like check your baggage and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Why would it be any different?
I don't know, but I was just like, whatever, dude. I don't care. I just wanted to get home.
Okay.
So of course,
go ahead.
Yeah, that one's my fault. He basically dropped me farther off for like maybe 60 cents more.
So it was more expensive and further away.
Yes. So he was way off.
Way off. I think you left out the part of the story where just before he picked you up, he received a text message that says, "Hey, you should mess with the next guy that comes in to the car."
I mean, I got in a taxi with another dude, so I was ride sharing to get there. So maybe that's why he just wanted to get a little bit more cash out of it.
Maybe.
But he dropped me off at the opposite end of the terminal, so I had to like run through the airport to get there. Get there and get to WestJet. They take my ticket, or they take my luggage. They give me my ticket, and then I get in line for security. And the line's pretty long because there's a bunch of TwitchCon guys and there's a bunch of people leaving all at once.
Yeah.
While leaving, I get all the way up to security where they scan your boarding pass and stuff like that. And the TSA guy looks at me and says, "Who's Brad Wilson?" I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, your ticket says Brad Wilson on it." What? And sure enough,
that was just the secret question. You have to answer that to go forward. Who is Brad Wilson? Answer me this riddle.
Yeah. But first you must answer me these riddles 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. So I have someone else's boarding pass, which means my luggage was also tagged for someone else. So
Great.
I have to go back to WestJet.
At that point, after all this, did you just think, did it cross your mind, would it just be easier if I become Brad Wilson for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
It crossed my mind that maybe I was actually just going to be living in the U.S. for the rest of my life. That did cross my mind as well. So I go to WestJet and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we screwed up. You actually aren't even flying with us."
Great.
So yeah, I just confused because the guy had my passport in front of him. He asked me when I gave him my credit card to pay for my bag fees to show him ID with my address on it. So he had my driver's license, my passport, and still gave me the wrong name and didn't tell me I wasn't on this flight. So he tells me I have to go to this completely different airline. I run over there. The guy there, thank God for him, he kept me sane and was like, "All right, here's what you need to do."
While running over there, did you see someone else that may have looked like a Brad Wilson running the other way?
I will admit, I looked. I'm a little sad I didn't find anyone doing that, but I did look.
That would have been
someone
good.
that looks almost identical to you, just running the opposite direction.
So yeah, after that, everything else pretty much went spot on fine. Got on the plane. They issued me a ticket, because I didn't have a seat again. I had to get a seat when I got to the gate. but made it on the flight. The flight back was fine. Finally fucking made it home. Thank God.
Hooray.
Hooray. I hate traveling, and I need to do it again in like 2 weeks.
What's 2 weeks?
Gonna be going for a TRG recording session.
Oh, okay. Just work trip. All right. Is that every October?
Usually closer to November. It's usually closer to my birthday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's just my traveling.
Well, before we get into the game part, Paul, why weren't you doing a podcast last weekend?
Because you weren't here.
Okay, cool. If you guys want to ask what I was up to, that'd be cool.
Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean, where were you?
Assholes. I was up in Tahoe doing another Spartan race. My longest one yet. 15 miles, 38 obstacles, 4,300 feet of elevation change.
Yeah, that sounds tiring.
It was. It took us 9.5 hours.
Yeah. To me, that's a bad day.
No, it was super fun. With Spartan, they have 3 different lengths.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do each one, you get like the trifecta, and you get like a super kind of medal that you put all the pieces together. It's kind of cool. So we're currently working on that, and we're doing. What's up?
I apologize. You're about to have a slight interruption.
Okay.
Yes.
Another reason I haven't played much recently is because we have a new cat. Hey, Bagel.
Oh, making its stream
We have adopted
podcast appearance.
Bagel, the one-eyed cat.
So you guys went with Bagel?
We call him Bagel and Big Boss. He does not. We got interrupted from his nap, and he's a little upset. Bye, Bagel.
Okay.
I hope he was at least on camera during any of that.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
He was very squirmy because apparently he was napping. Then Reese really wanted him on camera.
There you go.
Or Bagel.
Or Bagel.
Anyway, so this was the beast length. It was real hard. We had to originally we were going to be starting at noon, but we figured we didn't want to be running when it was like after the sun had already set. So let's try and sneak in earlier. So we went to the front of the section of the entrance, the beginning, but people were checking everyone's wristbands to see what time they had on there, like when they signed up, and we're like, crap, we're not going to be able to sneak in. And we even asked, like, hey, we're kind of worried about how long it's going to take. Can we just go in? And they said no. But then we noticed is after the entry part, the people run along like a parking lot where people could park. So we just went over and stood kind of far off into the parking lot. And when one of the heats ran by, we just slipped in. So we got to start 2 hours early, which is good because we already finished at 7:30 when it was like dark.
Yeah.
9:30 would have been insane.
Oh my God, yeah.
We had to carry like logs, buckets of like rocks and gravel. Super difficult. The hardest one though, when you get to the highest point, you got to get in a lake, and you got to do a lake swim. And it was so cold I could barely breathe.
Oh God!
Why do you do this to yourself?
Just for the excitement. Just because sometimes you just got to look death in the face.
Just to feel alive.
Yeah.
Feel alive by killing yourself?
You're.
I understand it.
Normally, if you fail an obstacle, you have to do 30 burpees as the penalty.
Okay.
You were allowed to not do the lake swim, but your penalty was 90 burpees.
Ugh.
Which my girlfriend did because previously in one of the obstacles she had fallen in the water and she was like, "It's way too cold. I can't go back in there."
Yeah.
So she did the 90 burpees. You still have to go in up to your hips though. You still have to get wet.
Do you have to do the burpees in the water?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I did the lake swim. I came out. My body just felt numb. Luckily, there's like a ski lodge right beside it, where people could go into the bathrooms and try and like dry off and stuff. But yeah, no, it was a good time. Got a cool medal. You get a shirt. And then we all just went to bed immediately. There was a team of 4 of us, and it was super difficult. People are asking, what is a burpee? A burpee is, okay, I'll try and paint you a word picture here. You're standing up and you squat down and put your hands on the ground and like jump back into like a push-up position.
Yep.
And you do a push-up, then you jump your feet back forward up to your hands, then you go back to standing, and then you jump in the air, and that's one.
Yeah.
It's a burpee. So doing those, like 30 of those, it gets real tiring because it works like your whole body. I couldn't even imagine doing 90. That's just an insane number. Yeah, it was a good time. If people ever do Tough Mudders, it's really similar to that. If people are wondering what a Spartan Race is, it's like a mud race obstacle course. I always recommend them. They're fun. My next one is in November, but that's going to be the short version. It'll only be 3 miles.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I was up to. But let's do a podcast about video games.
All right.
Because it's top down perspective for October 10th, and we're all here.
We are.
So let's just go. Paul hasn't been talking, so Paul, why don't you say what you've been playing?
I haven't been playing anything too new recently. So it's October, so horror month. I've been playing survival horror games.
My plan later this month is I'm finally going to play Costume Quest 2.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Which would be perfect, right?
You'll have to let me know how it is.
And it was on PlayStation Plus or Games with Gold or something, so I have it. I have a copy of it on one of my consoles.
Sure. Yeah. So far, I've played Resident Evil 1 and 2 fully through, and now I'm waiting to see what is next. It's either between Silent Hill 2 or Resident Evil 3. So,
Excellent choices.
yeah. There's a list I have somewhere that of like a bunch of games with a bunch of weird ones I'm not going to talk about because it's going to be interesting to play those again, and I don't want people to know what they are yet. But yeah, survival horror games, they were in my wheelhouse for a good portion of my life until horror became the Outlast model of running around with like night cam and getting jump scares, which I don't like at all. So we're just revisiting a bunch of those basically this month.
I saw you put a list out of games you're thinking of, right?
Yeah.
I saw
Some
Red
of them.
Dead Redemption. Not Red Dead Redemption.
The most of horror games.
No, to be fair, they have that zombie DLC.
You're right.
Yeah, the
forgot
Undead
to play
Nightmare. Yeah.
Deadly Premonition was on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you played that game? I can't remember.
I have.
Oh, okay. That game's great. Did you beat that game?
No, I haven't played the director's cut either. The one on PC.
I don't know what's in the director's cut. That part where you get to play as the bad guy is so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever got that far.
I don't remember, honestly. That's why it's on the list.
You should definitely play that game.
Yeah. And along with that, FMV horror games, they're a thing. The Bunker's one I really want to do, which is a newer one that came out, I think, this year.
Here it's bad.
You do? Well, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
That's the FMV one, right?
Yeah. The Phantasmagoria games are on there. Gabriel Knight games are on there. So it'll be interesting to see. This month is all going to be horror themed. So
Appropriate.
yeah, for sure. Other than that, just kind of plugging away in World of Warcraft Legion. This is, I guess I'll just do a call out. If you listen to the podcast and you want to play, just hit me up on Twitter at Exposure, and maybe we could play together, because now I'm just getting raid ready, which is just getting better gear. Like, I'm max level, I'm just doing stuff for better gear now whenever I have time. So, that's been fun. That's all I've been playing, though.
Nice.
People keep talking about, sorry to interrupt, people keep talking about Costume Quest in the chat, and it just reminded me, one of the costumes in the second game is a piece of candy corn, and they recorded like 1,000 different, but it has no special abilities or anything when you're fighting, and it just has they recorded like 1,000 different lines of just funny things it says when you play as the candy corn in a fight.
Oh, I'm 3D Homer is correct. I played BattleRite. That was 2 weeks ago. That's why I forgot about it. So BattleRite.
On the 2-week list.
Yeah. BattleRite.
So what is this? I've heard a lot of people talking about this lately.
Yeah. BattleRite is
What
one of
happens
those.
after you're Battleborn?
Yeah, is one of those games exactly that has the most generic name ever, so you ignore it, and then people start talking more about it, so you take a look at it and realize it's totally in your wheelhouse, and it's pretty great, which is unfortunate. What it is it's like an arena combat game. It plays kind of like a Diablo or World of Warcraft arena sort of thing, where it doesn't play like a MOBA. It plays like a MOBA without like creeps and lanes or anything. You just kind of go into an arena. You have a certain amount of skills. You don't like rank anything up or anything. You just do a certain amount of damage with your certain skills for whatever character you pick, and you just go at each other. I think there's a 1v1, but there's a 2v2 and a 3v3 as well. And it's just super, super fun. Matches don't usually take more than about a minute or two. And it's just fighting other people, basically. It looks kind of like a Torchlight. Like, that style reminds me very much of Torchlight. Not a whole lot to say about it, because I need to play more of it to be able to talk more about it. But yeah, it is top-down perspective, and it uses mechanics like a MOBA, but it doesn't use any of the annoying things that people talk about with MOBAs, like having to like kill creeps to level up, to rank up abilities. You just have all your abilities for what you're going to do right away, and it's just about the fighting more than about like any ranking up or anything. So it's cool. I definitely see a meta already forming around certain characters, because certain characters just feel like they're easier to play for new players. Like, one of the characters literally is just like a big dude with an axe sort of thing, and to win with him, you just keep charging people and like smacking them around, whereas some other characters take a little more finesse and like going stealth and stuff like that. But I recommend it. That's a game that's going to be free to play when it releases next year, but for right now they're doing the like early access model of, if you buy in, you'll get all the heroes in perpetuity for as long as it exists, kind of like how Smite did, where Smite's free to play, but if you paid the $30 you would just get all the heroes. So yeah, it's cool. I would recommend people check it out if you like MOBAs but don't like the time commitment. Like, if you like the team fighting aspect in MOBAs but not like the laning and waiting around and like leveling stuff up until you feel strong enough to fight, this is all just about arena battle.
Okay.
And again, I'll say that's BattleRite because it's the most generic name ever and it's easy to forget. So it's battle, and then right is RITE.
Okay. I'm going to talk about what I've been playing.
All right.
Okay.
So not last weekend, but the weekend before that, I had a bunch of people over, and we played just like all the Jackbox stuff.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
All the good ones, I should say, the good ones. So of course we had some Drawful in there. Drawful 2, which I don't know if I like as much because they give you 2 colors to draw with, and I kind of liked like having less options.
I mean, I feel like
so
the two makes it easier to actually kind of get your point across, though.
But I like when you can't, because that's what makes it like really funny. When it's just like I don't even know how to draw this, but I'll try, I guess. At least they didn't give you an erasing tool. If they ever do that, that would really suck. So it's good that they still don't have that. Drawful's so great. Played a bunch of Fibbage. Fibbage is still real good. What's the what else did we play? We played the Bomb one a little bit.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad. That one was fine, but I feel like that one requires a bit more like people who actually want to like sit down and play the game, when we were more just like not taking things seriously kind of a party. What else? We didn't play any Jack. Quiplash. We played a couple rounds of Quiplash. I want to say Drawful was the big one, though. So, those games are great. And 3 is coming out soon, right? Sometime we looked it up last time.
Yeah, it's October something, I believe. They had it at Twitchcon.
Oh, okay. Do you know what's in it?
Guespionage. God, what game is it? Drawful, or not, Quiplash 2. I can't remember what the other 3 are. But
Okay.
The trailer's on Steam.
Okay, cool. So I mentioned Overwatch because not this week, but last week, their weekly brawl was arcade mode, which might be some of the most fun I've had in Overwatch to date. And I guess it's the second time they've done this exact brawl or weekly brawl. In arcade mode, everyone has twice as much health, and all of your abilities cool down at like a fraction of the time normally. as well as your ultimate increases twice as fast.
Yeah, they've done that before.
I wish I played that.
It was ridiculous. It was so much fun. It seemed like a lot of people really liked playing Mei, which I was cool with because Mei's also my character, or one of my characters. So I got into a number of matches where everyone just was like, "No, everyone's Mei. We're being a team of Meis." And if anyone changed, everyone would start like deselecting and selecting Mei over and over again until the person realized, okay, they want me to play Mei. And just like there was this one map where you had to get the team we were defending. They had to get the payload moving, but there were so many Meis on the payload constantly putting up walls and then freezing the place and then turning into their own ice block, because basically with the cooldown, you could put up a wall and as soon as the wall goes away, you can put up your wall again. Like the game was actually slowing down at points because so much stuff was just happening in this one location. It was absolutely hilarious. And Mei can heal herself, so it's really hard to kill her and stuff. It was so good. I was actually laughing out loud with some of the stuff here. Or I played a match where everyone wanted to be Anna. So we were putting people to sleep so much just because everyone could put people to sleep. And you basically, once the person wakes up again, you already have your thing back. You can just use it immediately. Yeah, no, that arcade mode was super fun. I wish that would be here more often. But if that ever shows up again, I highly recommend people playing the arcade mode if it's another weekly brawl. It's just too good. And then I'll just say I continue playing some Forza Horizon 3. I should have a review any day now. Just about finished that. But the big game that I can talk about now is Gears of War 4.
Yeah.
Which I've been playing. So I've only played about 2 hours of the campaign and about an hour of Horde mode. I streamed a bit of Horde mode last night, actually. And it's,
so you said Horde mode's kind of similar to how it was in Judgment?
That's what I think. And I didn't play a ton of Horde mode in Judgment, and it's been a while since I played Judgment, but that's what it seems like to me. And I'm not seeing anyone else make that comparison. And I'm wondering if I'm crazy or just no one played Judgment. And I know nobody played Judgment, so that could very well be the case. But again, it's been a while since I played Judgment, so maybe I'm misremembering. But specifically, you have you can like build, like in 3, you could build like turrets and stuff. But in Judgment, they added like classes, and you could like put down spike walls and repair them.
I mean, you could put down spike walls and repair them in 3.
But did you have character
there weren't
classes?
There weren't.
Yeah, like
classes.
Engineers and stuff. I'm pretty sure Judgment had that stuff too, and this has that. I could be misremembering all of this. I need to either load up Gears Judgment, which means downloading it, or I need to just look up some YouTube videos and try and find this exact stuff. But either way, it's a lot of fun. I don't know that you can pick where you wanted to set up your base by dragging this fortification box around. Which is honestly all that does is when you start Horde mode, you grab the box, you put it where you want, and then that's where you like purchase. I want more spike walls. I'm going to purchase spike walls from this box, and then I'm going to place them where I want them. And they also do some of that in the campaign. Near the end of, I want to say it's near the end of Act 1. You have to defend this like home base against the attackers, and you get to like set up spike walls and fortifications. Very similar to BioShock 2, in which you would need to defend the little sister, right? It was little sister, right?
Yeah, not the comparison I was expecting.
Well, did you play BioShock 2?
No.
Okay, there's parts in BioShock 2 where you straight up like, okay, you need to defend this little sister. You have 3 minutes to like fortify this room, and you would put turrets down and traps and stuff like that.
I hated that
and then
part.
You would like,
I
enjoyed that part. I like that. But
ruins the flow of the story, which is the only thing I care about in BioShock.
I mean, it's definitely different from what you're used to in BioShock for sure.
Yeah.
But they had that in BioShock 2. So that's what this is kind of like, is, you get a few minutes to set up a thing, and then they're going to send waves after you.
Right.
And in between waves, you get a few more, you get another 90 seconds to repair stuff, place down more things, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the game is good. If I had to describe it in like one word, I would say like exciting, like specifically just seeing how they're changing things up. but it definitely plays like Gears. Like the first thing you do is it's like, hey, this is how you get into cover, and this is how you shoot things while you're in cover. You're gonna roadie run, you're gonna do all this stuff, but there's some new weapons. There's this cool like rifle that like it's like a weird pulse rifle where it like charges up. You're fighting robots now. However, so I'm only in Act 2. There seems to be some weird monsters as well. I think they're called the Swarm. I haven't really looked at a lot of the pre-footage or press release stuff. But so there's weird monsters too. Doesn't seem like locusts are there anymore. So it's kind of exciting that there's a new mystery going on, and like I'm interested in what happened in this world, because it's been like 20 years I think since
something like that. I think 15 or 20 sounds right.
Yeah. And you play as Marcus Phoenix's son, and when they've already shown this, but when they reintroduce Marcus, it's just in this weird, goofy, like on the nose, like they know what they're kind of doing way. Like he straight up is handed back his do-rag, and he puts it on and he says, "Time to show the new cogs, the old cogs."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So dumb. I love it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's the environments look great and super different. Like I said, you're like fighting robot cities and stuff like that. It's definitely interesting. But yeah, again, I've only played about 2 hours, so I'm sure there's a lot more to come. Paul's eating some Taco Bell. Yeah. Anything questions about Gears 4? John, are you gonna play it?
Of course. I just forgot to pre-order it so I could get the early thing. So I'm a little bummed
Right,
out
that's true. If you had purchased the like Ultimate Edition similar to Forza, you could have been playing it right now. Otherwise, it unlocks on Tuesday for everyone. John, once you get it, we gotta play some Horde mode.
For sure. I love playing Horde
mode too. I haven't played Horde mode in years, but I was getting nostalgic yesterday when I was playing Horde. Do you remember in Gears 2 when they introduced Horde mode? Not only was it the best thing, but there was those 2 maps, one of which had like a big hole in the center, but you would like fortify yourself up on the stairwell. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was
and you would keep grabbing those shields and like planting them down, and whenever like a wave would end, you knew you had to like pick up the shield or they would despawn, and then as soon as it starts, you stab it in the ground again and you make walls. And then the other map was like the river where you were in the cabin house. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
That was also awesome. Like, oh man, Horde mode is like stupid good. It's so good. So this is Horde mode 3.0. I've only played 2 maps. They didn't seem that cool because I'm still trying to figure out what are like the maps where you can find like the best choke points. But once I do that, I'm excited to just play a bunch of waves of Horde mode. So that should be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. And expect a review for that in the coming weeks once I've finished that game.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I'll expect it on my desk Monday.
Don't expect it on Monday, that's for sure. Okay, John, what games have you been playing? What did you play at Twitch?
All right, I guess we'll start with what we played at TwitchCon, which was Nidhogg 2.
Right, this got announced about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Looks. Before you talk about it, what do you guys think how it looks? Because it's different now. They brought like googly eyes.
It's weird in
I
a
think
way.
it's
Like
stupid
the background
looking.
stuff looks great. The background stuff looks phenomenal. But then
Sure.
like the art style for the characters is a little
I don't like
acquired-based.
it. I think it's dumb.
Okay. They've got like bow and arrows and stuff now.
I don't think it's the look of
bows
the
and arrows.
characters. It's the animation that I think looks dumb.
I've heard some people comparing it to like Clay Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
an Amiga style art style.
So John, you played it.
Yep.
Should we be concerned?
I mean, it plays good. It's Nidhogg.
All right. Good.
So my first time playing it, I had to play it on stage at the PJ Sultan, which was the tournament I was playing in while I was there.
Okay.
It was good. But the problem is like the bow is useless.
Really?
So you have 4 weapons: the usual fencing saber, which works exactly like it did in Nidhogg 1.
Okay.
3, like the high, raise, low, you can disarm and everything. The knife, which you can either throw high or low, so you can catch people who are rolling now, which is a good change.
Okay.
Because you always could roll under the sword. The sword would always go high.
I thought you could stab people that were rolling.
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
But if they're ahead of you, you can't.
Oh, okay.
The knife can be thrown high or low. The axe seemed like it was thrown mid, because usually I caught someone. I don't think they could roll under the axe. I'm not sure. Also, but it was slower, but it was a guaranteed hit if you went it, because it was like more delayed and you could.
So do you have to like
catch
try
people
and
on
jump the axe?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right.
And last but not least, the bow, which is not an insta kill. You have to hit them with 3 arrows to kill them with the bow.
That's fucking bullshit.
So if you hit them once, will they just keep fighting with an arrow in
If
them?
you hit them once, they'll get stunned, knocked down, and then get back up.
Okay.
You have to hit them.
So you could theoretically hit them and then go rip their spine out.
Yeah, but firing the bow keeps you in place. So you have to have you have to get up real fast. You have to be like somewhat close to them to actually be able to do that.
Okay.
Because I don't think you could fire the bow in midair either. I'm pretty sure you had to be on the ground. And there's a second of it going, like pulling back and firing.
Okay.
So I talked to the developer on Twitter for a little bit, and he said, yeah, he admitted the bow is like the worst weapon out of the 4 right now, and he says he's working on tweaking it.
I was gonna say maybe they're changing it. Sure. Okay.
They talked about doing a charge shot for it, which would be an insta kill, which would make sense. And I think I mentioned maybe like lower the firing speed, firing rate, or up the firing rate, and then maybe make it 2 arrows to kill instead, and it might be better.
Okay.
Because you can physically hit them with the bow as well, because there's limited ammo. I think you only get 3 arrows.
Okay.
Wow.
And yeah, hitting them with the bow, even if it's thrown, is not an insta kill. It's just a stun.
Are you still running to opposite sides of the screen and like you're respawning in the same ways?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a new way to attack when you're unarmed as well. You can just like kick in front of you and you'll like move forward, and if you kick them while you're doing that, you'll go right into a curb stomp kill.
Okay. What happens when you make it all the way to the side?
The Nidhogg eats you.
It's still there? Okay.
Yep. It looks real disgusting now with that art style.
Okay. I haven't seen that. That's good though.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. People like it's more Nidhogg. It's the most logical extension basically of the game. They said there's going to be weapons hidden in the background and foreground that you can grab. Like there was a knife dangling from the chandelier. You couldn't grab it in the version we played, but in the future they said they're going to put that in.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I like the feel of it. It was definitely just more Nidhogg, so I was glad to play it.
Cool. So even though the animation looks clunky, it plays okay.
Yeah, it plays good. It plays
Perfect.
Just like Nidhogg 1.
Perfect.
Basically.
That's all that matters, really. It can be as ugly and stupid looking as it wants, as long as it plays good.
Yeah, but it's very clearly still in early alpha.
Sure.
Because we played at the Sultan, it went fine, and then I played it at the booth, and we crashed it.
Okay.
We crashed it.
Of course. Of course you did.
And there was no one there to reset the machine, so we just walked away, and there was just, like, for at least 20 minutes, there was just that locked-up screen of Nidhogg just showing there.
Did they say anything about the 2 times on, like, the ends of your run during the Sultan? Like, it happened to you once, it happened to the other guy. I can't remember who you were against.
Alaskan Savage.
Yeah, where, like, your character just glitched out completely, and, like, they ran through you.
The walking in midair thing?
Yeah,
That apparently is a intended mode. So you spawn after X amount of time.
Yeah.
And then you just like get in.
Yeah.
But if you spawn over where there's a pit, you turn into a ghost, and you can choose to either go left or right or jump. So if you're not pressing anything, you'll just stand there and look like a ghost. You can run through. But the idea is you have to pick which way you want to go, run out there, and then you're back in the fight.
I see. Okay.
It's basically a way to make sure that you can't like just force him to spawn in the pit.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
The one thing I didn't ask about and I was curious about, I got a sword impaled in my head at one point,
and you
I
kept
still
running.
Survived.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened there. Everyone was legit confused on that, and I didn't ask the dev about it.
I mean, you were destined to win. That's why it happened. So
I guess I'll take it, because that was really fucking nerve-wracking.
Dude, yeah.
That's good.
I was
That's what I want Nidhogg to be.
I was watching and I was just like, "Oh my fucking god, what? What?" It was pretty good.
The worst part is he told me later he had never played Nidhogg before.
Nice.
And I was just like, "Fuck! Of course I would have lost to someone who had beginner's luck."
That sounds about right. Yeah. Nice.
But then again, that's how Nidhogg works. Is you just like once you figure out what to do, you just do it.
Sean, I highly recommend you looking up the VOD of them play Nidhogg, if nothing else, because it's
someone in the chat just posted like a 30-second clip of John doing. Are you the yellow one?
I'm the one who's running to the right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You got like a whole bunch of like throwing sword kills in a row.
Yeah.
Cool.
the most important one being right when he was about to win, he fucking smoked him in the head.
On the edge of the screen. Oh my god.
Oh, was that the last screen?
No, I don't know if it's at the beginning, if that clip or a different clip, but like literally he was going in for the to cross the screen, and I caught him. Like,
yeah, that's
barely.
in the clip that the person in the chat posted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good work. So you won?
I won the Nidhogg 2 round. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
For the actual Sultan, I made it to the actual finals, but unfortunately lost.
Right. I think I did see a highlight or a clip of that. Yes.
Yeah. I had to play Big Buck Hunter HD.
Yeah, you know.
Like you do.
Yeah. Like you do at a tournament.
Mm-hmm. The worst part was they brought out like the 4-time women's champion at Big Buck Hunter, who was also a streamer, just to like rub it in our faces and give us a practice round.
Yeah. Dude, she's like a fucking robot. Just watching her like move every time something's on the screen is amazing.
I was even asking her like I felt like it wasn't accurate. I felt like kind of using a Wiimote in a way, because like there was shake on it. You weren't always pointing in the right spot. So I'm like, do you find it like not aiming correct? She's like, nope, it's fine. And then I tried her gun later and had the exact same problem. So I'm like, how the fuck was she so accurate with this shitty ass gun?
It's so fucking crazy.
She's like, nope, it's fine. As she like brings it out of its holster and spins it around her finger and shoots a duck and.
Basically, yeah. They straight up said like, if you somehow beat her during the practice rounds, you by default win the championship, because holy shit. And neither of us got close. Neither of us.
Do you think she just goes around to like different bar tournaments, just like beating everyone?
Well, no, she
competes in
she's, like,
it.
the world champion.
Yeah.
She's like the 4-time female champion.
Well, the thing is, like, who knows that though, right?
Oh, so fair enough.
She just waits for various bars to like have a fun tournament.
Oh, totally.
And then she just Yeah,
totally. I would. Why wouldn't you?
She waits until they put money down. She's like, "Oh, fun video games. I'm a girl," and then just destroys them all.
Yeah. No, totally. Or
Sharks are good, dude.
You could create your own Bomberman tournament as well if you wanted to win.
Damn it.
Fuck off, Paul. Fuck off.
What else did you play?
I played Viking Squad, which is a game developed by a group in Vancouver. It is a 3-player beat 'em up akin to Castle Crashers.
This looks cool. I like the look of this game.
Yeah. I believe it came out yesterday, or no, Tuesday. It came out Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It is you don't move up and down freely. There are 4 different lanes you can jump in. So like you don't have to worry about being slightly off center when you're trying to fight someone. You're forced into the lanes to fight them. You can jump up and down at your will. There's a light and strong attack. There's also like a stamina meter for your heavy attacks. You can buy equipment to upgrade yourself. There's different stats you can change, like your luck, your strength, your hit points, your defense, etc., etc. It was really good. It was super fluid animation. It felt super fun, and it has online mode, so I recommend it. They gave me 2 key codes. Yeah, it came out Tuesday. They gave me 2 key codes, one for myself and one to give away. So at some point, I'll figure out what to do for the giveaway, or maybe I'll just give it to a friend to play with on stream or something.
Sure.
Then we played Blade Ballet, which was an interesting game. It's basically like a party game / combat game where you're these robots that have shields and attack panels on them, and the idea is you have to take out the other robots, but you don't. There's like no real attack button. You have the ability to rotate left and right, and you kind of have to bump into them, kind of like BattleBots.
Okay.
You
kind of like Beyblades.
Not that fast, sadly, but yeah.
Okay.
Like one character had like a mace that they extended around to spin around. The first one I used had a little sword in front of them that you just spun and hit them in their weak spots. Another had like little spike shields around them that you just charged into other robots to kill them. It was really fun. I believe that game is not quite out. Actually, it might be out now. I forget. I think it's close to being out.
Okay.
There was a bunch of different modes. There was like standard just arena combat. There was like racing against like an avalanche that was trying to crush you. It was actually a really cool aesthetic and really fun to play. And it supported up to 4 players. Don't remember if it's online though.
I would hope so.
Then I played Can't Drive This, which is out in early access now. It's a very interesting game. It's a 2-player cooperative game. One person drives a truck, and the other person builds the road that the truck has to drive on.
Oh, I saw Giant Bomb was playing this. It kind of just seems like kind of seems broken. It was very hard for them to. Well, they couldn't rotate the pieces they were putting down.
You do that by pressing the right click.
Okay, maybe it wasn't working for them or something. It also seemed like they couldn't put things down fast enough for the car to before the car would catch up to them.
Yeah, the car has. Okay, so the car has to go above a certain speed, otherwise a bomb explodes.
Right, like you do.
But you can only you're allowed to drop 2 pieces right away, and the truck has to drive over a certain amount of pieces before you're able to actually put down a new one. So that's probably what happened. Eventually, you'll start with simple pieces like a straightaway, then you'll get turns, then you'll get windmills, then you'll get wrecking balls and weird foam brick walls and stuff like that. I actually had a lot of fun, but it's obviously still in early access. And apparently they're going to have it. I don't know if it's already enabled, but there's an online mode where people can join from your stream, and then there's a high scoreboard where they can see who worked the best with you.
Okay, that's cool.
So it seems like a cool idea.
Yeah. Are they going to be the ones putting stuff down? So
yeah, I forget which one. I think the host is always the driver. I believe that's what it is.
I think that's how it should go, and then your fans can just try and destroy you.
Yeah, but it is really fun. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the full thing to come out. What else? Can't Drive This. And I played a game that I played at MagFest before and I really enjoyed, Just Shapes and Beats. Unfortunately, it was the exact same demo. Basically, it's like a bullet hell game, essentially, but all the attacks are to the rhythm of the music. And all
sounds like a City Sleeps from Harmonix.
Maybe. I didn't actually see that. I thought City Sleeps you could actually attack, though.
You can. Oh, you can.
No, you can't attack in Just Shapes and Beats. The only thing you can do is dodge and dash.
Okay.
So you have to survive checkpoints, in the song to make sure you don't get killed. There's boss fights as well where you're just dodging the whole time. And my favorite stage is where you have to play through the Mortal Kombat theme from the movie. And you literally, people literally do flying kicks at you and shoot fireballs at you and stuff like that. It's really fun.
Can you just get that song, or they probably had to license that, right?
I think they licensed it, probably.
Interesting. All right, what's a weird get?
It's cool though. It was fun.
For sure.
And a bunch of my favorite chiptune artists are going to be on it too. I think Phantom Egg and Disaster Piece are on it. So yeah, I recommend that.
Talk to me when Chip Zell's on it.
Okay.
Disaster Piece is so good. So good.
I would laugh if Chip Zell was actually on there.
That'd be pretty good too.
That was all I played at TwitchCon. So I've been playing today, PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's not too real that you have to that you can't play it?
What do you mean? Oh no, I don't feel traumatized playing it, no.
Okay.
If that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it's horror flashbacks to real life.
You have to read comments and just be the worst in the game.
Thankfully, they left the comments out of the game, which is probably the smartest decision ever.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way it works is basically just a little weird life simulator. I think some people compare it to Game Dev Tycoon, but for YouTube.
Yeah.
I know there's already a YouTube life game out there or something like that. I have no idea how that is, but this is just a fun little mobile game. So the idea is you have to build up your room to change how it looks. You also have to make YouTube videos, and by YouTube videos you literally just click on it and they give you a random generated list of videos that you can use, and they'll have different topics oh, this is a gaming video, this is a makeup video, this is a horror video.
How do you become a bikini streamer?
Sadly, that does not seem to be an option. The closest thing.
I thought that was the life hack to get all the money.
No.
If you're in the YouTube business,
beauty videos is the closest thing you can get to that. Beauty and sports.
Okay.
All the titles of the videos are randomly generated. You can change it to whatever you want, but it's just a weird, silly ass game.
Okay. How accurate is it to what you do?
Not even remotely.
Okay.
But it's that's probably why it's enjoyable. Okay. The 2 videos I'm working on right now are.
Wait, you're saying there's not just a shitty tax season?
No, sadly.
That'd be great.
I need that in all my games to completely ruin my immersion.
Yeah.
Right now, the 2 videos I'm working on right now are Roses That Smell Like Farts.
Yeah.
And female elf armor tutorial.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I feel like that makes sense.
Okay.
Like I said, they're randomly
if it
generated.
dips in, the arrows will just go right there, and that's not helpful.
You don't change your video names though?
No, because you do a video like in my case, every 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
But at the beginning of the game, you're
That's
doing them
way
like
different from you.
Every 1 minute.
Every 20 minutes, that would just kill you.
Oh, no.
Thank God I'm not doing that.
You should try as a fun video series.
Yeah, here we go.
To replicate like a whole day of that as your real life job.
No.
See what happens.
No. No. But yeah, no, I really enjoy it. Like the other idea is you have to level up by like ordering items for your room. So like you order like all these products that also give you boosts to the certain categories.
Okay.
And like they're like that's where the time waiting comes in because it's like and I've got 2 items coming now. One says I have to wait 8 hours. The other says 7.
Can I spend real money to get it instantly though?
Yes.
So it's a mobile game. Okay, got it.
It's a mobile game, exactly. It's a free-to-play mobile game.
Okay.
To no one's surprise. There's a little like Plinko minigame called Puggle, where you literally drop one of PewDiePie's pugs down like a Plinko slot.
Okay.
And you have like the more points you collect while you're doing that, the faster your shipments show up.
That's okay. I mean, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
How often does PewDiePie talk to you?
He talks to you a little bit at the beginning, which makes sense because it's a tutorial.
Yeah.
But after the tutorials are done, the only time he talks to you is when you complete one of the quests that are like specific. Like there's like an overarching quest that basically leads to the end of the game.
Okay.
So anytime you clear one of those, he like says one paragraph or like one line, and then that's it.
At the end of the game, do you get like a YouTube Red series where people try and scare you?
No. Sadly, no.
Okay.
I
don't know if this is.
So every time you load it up, he's not like, "How's it going, bro?" or something like every time. Okay, good.
He does not. It's not like you get that at the very, very beginning.
I'm sure.
Like,
hey,
boys, this is PewDiePie, all that.
Yeah.
And then like after the first a little bit of playing it, he pretty much shuts up and never says anything.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I honestly like try it out. It's just a weird time killer game.
Paul, this isn't PewDiePie Simulator. It's PewDiePie
You're right.
YouTube.
You're right. What was I thinking?
I bet there's a PewDiePie soundboard app.
Dan is rating Top 10 Perspective, by the way.
Okay. Hi.
Okay. Hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan.
Hey.
Guy. Yeah, try it out. It's not too bad. I'm enjoying it. It's a nice little time waster. If you do end up playing, my username is not Proton John because, of course, my actual username was taken.
Okay. Are you supposed to be the real Proton John at that point? That's how the Twitter rules work.
I hate the fact like both Proton John and Proton John SA were taken. So
great.
Sure. I mean, it's a pretty obvious one for this kind of game, I
guess. So, but yeah, you can like look at each other's rooms and you can give like bonuses and stuff like that. So it's all right.
Oh,
it's a mobile game.
So I can look at your room if I get this?
Yeah.
All right. I'll get it.
I did it. I broke it down.
I always wanted to see your room, John. Now I can do that.
Finally.
Did you play anything else?
I played Dead Rising 3.
Okay, getting ready for Dead Rising 4.
Yep. Halloween time.
Yep.
That comes out on Halloween?
What?
Does that come out on Halloween?
No, I believe it's in December because it's Christmas themed.
It's a Christmas themed, which just sounds so awesome.
I know. I love how stupid it is. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that I never played the proper Dead Rising 3 up until now because it's a Dead Rising game. It's good.
Oh, you only played that like tofu Capcom thing?
Oh yeah, I played the Super Ultra Arcade Edition EX Plus Alpha. I can't even say the whole name.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. Yeah, no, I hear this one's real good. You're just making weird vehicle things.
Yeah, you could do combinations whenever you want as long as you have the items, including with vehicles. So you make really weird vehicles. I made a pocket bike that has flamethrowers on it.
Nice.
And it just has a bunch of NOS. It's an open world game this time around.
Yep.
So instead of being like within a mall, which the first two were in, or I think the second was like a casino in a mall.
Yeah, it was a big no, it was Vegas.
Oh, you're right. It was a Vegas casino because it was still technically a mall. The third one is like takes place in an entire city.
Yeah. I can't remember what the fourth one is actually.
I don't think they've said yet,
but
I'm
I
sure.
think they have. But Frank West is back.
Yeah, which is good.
Which is fun.
But in this one, you play as a new character named Nick Ramos,
Okay.
and he's a mechanic, so that's why you can combine vehicles together.
I hear there's some pretty interesting, funny story stuff at the end of this one.
I'm curious to see how the
end of this ties into like the other games and like the mythos and whatnot.
There's a very obvious tie-in to Dead Rising 2 that hasn't, like, I know of it because I played the DLC, but I haven't.
That's probably what I've heard then. So
yeah, but it hasn't been revealed in the main game yet. I'm sure that's probably end game stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm having fun with it. My only gripe about it is it's weird. Like you can't hold as many items as you can in the first two. I think the most you can hold is 8.
Okay.
And the other ones you can hold 10.
Okay.
I mean, keep in mind, to combine stuff, you need to hold 2 items. So I have to keep throwing away items that I want to hang on to just to combine other stuff, then pick it back up. So it's just a bit annoying.
Maybe you just unlock more inventory slots later?
No. Like, I've been unlocking inventory slots. I'm up to 6, and it says there's only 2 more for me to get.
Okay, weird.
I do like that this is the first one where you actually get to pick and choose your upgrades instead of actually just, like, rolling the dice. Because that was the biggest gripe with Dead Rising 1 and 2 was that you were at the mercy of whatever RNG picked for you, but now you can pick where your skill points go.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. I've heard it gets really stupid, which I can willing to believe right now, because like the storyline's trying to play it real serious, but then like the boss fights are weird as fuck.
Yeah, I never played 3, but I'm looking forward to 4. I'll probably jump back in.
It also has Kinect support and Xbox Smart Glass support.
Nice. All right.
Apparently, there's extra missions you can get with the Smart Glass, and I haven't enabled that. But with the Kinect, you can do a bunch of things. You can either like switch your weapons or costumes by yelling at the mic, or the only thing I've left on, if you yell a certain phrase during a boss fight, they'll actually like lower their guard, and you can beat the crap out of them.
Okay, like what?
I was fighting a dude on a motorcycle. And anytime like the prompt came up, it would tell me to yell, "You're crazy," and then he would literally just stop his motorcycle and just start like flexing his arms.
Yeah.
And then that would give you a chance to shoot the gasoline tanks on his motorcycle, which would catch him on fire, which he would start putting himself out. And then you could do a super move, because all bosses have like a weak point now. You can go up and do a grapple, and the grapple literally let you slam his head against the handlebars of the motorcycle over and over again.
Nice. Okay.
So you can do like extra damage.
That's cool.
And the boss meters are like more obvious. They're up in the corner instead of above the dude's head. And you don't have to save every survivor and have to bring them to a quarantine zone or a safety area. Literally, like you find them surrounded by zombies, you kill the zombies, and like, all right, cool, I'll see you later.
Okay.
And then,
and
they just walk off.
That is a good improvement. I thought there was something kind of like unique that Dead Rising made you like walk these people back.
Yeah.
But you can still get them to join you. Like you can go to a safe house and be like, all right, I need help. So let's build a squad. So you can like call up the survivors you saved, and they have like specific stats. Like, all right, this guy's got good attack. This guy's can hold a bunch of stuff, and you just go to town like that.
Because I remember in 2 going for that achievement, having like 8 survivors at the same time.
Oh god.
And having to beat like 3 of them in blackjack before they would join me, and just being like, "Come on, are you kidding me?"
I have not encountered anything like that so far. I've encountered the case where there's just so much stuff to do, like it's impossible. Because there's like 3 different collectibles, then there's like the survivors, and then it's just like you're also on the usual time limit. The main story time limit seems to be 7 days or 6 days, which is longer than the usual Dead Rising. Usually it's only 3 days, and then in overtime mode.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm having a blast. It's great. Recommend it, and I can't wait for number 4.
All right, cool. This podcast is going way too long. Let's move on to news. God, and we have like so many questions to go through.
We have so many.
Oh my god.
It was the Oculus Connect yesterday.
Yeah.
Highlights include Epic announcing a game called Robo Recall, which I haven't even looked into. I'm assuming it involves robots. Yes, those are some robots. There's a trailer. It's a thing you can look into. More importantly, they announced information on the Oculus Touch.
Yep.
to get the touch controllers, you'll get 2 of them, is $200. And then if you want the room scale VR, similar to Vive, it's an additional $80. So just breaking that down for you, if you want a Vive, which lets you get all the stuff, it's $800. If you want all of the Oculus stuff, it's $877.
I mean, that's not that much worse.
Nope. But just now, the Oculus is now more expensive than the Vive.
Yep.
And I hear the Vive is just better.
Yep.
I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the Vive.
I guess I haven't seen how good these ones are, so
the real complaint I've heard against the Oculus Rift is how like closed the workspace is. Like they're trying to make it so that Vive games won't work on it and weird shit like that, which is stupid.
And now that the PlayStation VR comes out on Friday, but outlets have already been getting it, I hear I've seen tons of tracking issues and stuff like that with that one. So who knows? That one's also half the price of the other ones.
Yeah.
Gravity Rush 2 has been delayed. Well, let me see. What was it before? Before it was I don't know when, but now it's January 20th. And because of this, in exchange, they are going to be giving some of the DLC that they were planning to pay for away for free when that does come out.
That's nice of them.
Huh. Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool.
There's a Gears of War film that was announced.
Oh.
Who's excited about that?
Yeah.
Warner Brothers picked that up.
Yeah, no, I'm in. Why not? I like video game movies.
How are they going to make people look as beefy as the actual Gears of War characters, though?
The Rock is the only person who could pull that off. They made orcs in Warcraft.
I doubt this is going to be CG.
No, yeah, for sure. But you can do a lot of stuff. You can just get The Rock over and over and over again for every role.
The Rock plays every character in Gears.
Oh my god, I would so watch it. Holy
I would
shit.
watch that too, I'm not going to
lie. Is he going to be wearing a do-rag? That's the important part.
Well, yeah, he has to when he's playing Marcus, and then he has to take it off when he's playing someone else.
That's true. They could put goggles on when he's bared.
Yep. Yep, exactly.
Okay, there's an update coming this month for the Xbox One that is going to introduce, it's already for preview members, by the way, it's going to introduce rare achievements, which will do a different sound and icon when they pop up.
Yeah, I've got that. I saw that.
Are you in the preview program?
I'm in the preview program.
Okay, because I haven't seen those yet. I've just seen it online. I'm not in the preview program. I'm kind of curious because it's not for for hard achievements. It's for ones that just haven't been collected that much.
Yeah, like I saw it on a bunch of Dead Rising ones. They were like, because there was a little diamond icon. I'm like, what the hell is that? Because I saw it before I left for TwitchCon. They hadn't announced what it was yet.
Okay, I'm surprised Dead Rising still had rare achievements.
The DLC specifically.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm wondering if just when I get early access to games, if every achievement is going to do that.
Yes.
So
maybe.
Probably. Yeah.
Actually,
maybe.
they might not enable it until like a certain amount of people play the game.
Or until the game's out.
Yeah, until release date at least. So, yeah.
Anyway, but there's a different sound. That's kind of interesting. Twitch Prime.
This is a big one, actually.
Yeah. And neither of you guys have Prime, right?
Yeah,
no,
I do.
I'm probably going to end up getting it now.
Okay, so you guys will probably know more about the Twitch side than me. It's taking over kind of like a previous Twitch thing you could get. What was it called? Twitch
Turbo?
Turbo. Yeah, they were saying you should get this instead of Turbo because everything you get in Turbo is in this.
Right, and then you get the benefits for Amazon as well.
Yeah, so if you have Amazon Prime, you automatically get Twitch Prime. So I did my account. I'm going to try and find the list of the things you get.
Yeah, you get a free sub to any channel.
Yep.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Yep.
And the channel still gets paid from Twitch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You get actual game stuff. So right now they're giving away some kind of Hearthstone event.
No, the Hearthstone one is a portrait for the priest. So instead of
okay, so you get a picture. You get an in-game item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a smite skin for one of the gods, and you get the game streamline as the other option, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now it's only
partners
available.
End up getting that as well.
Right now it's only available in US, UK, Canada, Germany, France, Italy, and Spain.
Yeah.
Again, you have to just purchase Prime. So for America, that's 100 a year. For Canada, that's 80 a year. Which was surprising to me. And then I realized, you guys probably get a lot less features than we do, though.
We don't get any features except for the expedited shipping.
We finally get the 20% off new release games.
Oh, that too.
With this.
Yeah.
That's the best one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 2-day free shipping is super nice. Like, just thinking like, man, I could really go for like one of these, and then it shows up 2 days later is awesome. But Amazon movies and all that, I haven't really gone into it too much, but that's cool to have. I think I get music stuff.
Yep.
There was some TwitchCon only things you could get. That was where the Smite thing came in, and something for Paladins.
Oh yeah, the Paladins game.
Yeah. Anyway, though, I guess that's kind of cool. I don't really subscribe to anyone, but now I guess I just should, just to give them a couple bucks for free.
Yeah, exactly. It's like there's no cost to you for it since you're already getting it. So
John, let's not talk exact numbers, but have you seen an increase with this Prime thing?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
That's
a lot
great.
of people have been saying that it's been like Christmas scene, like the numbers have been crazy. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go.
I can tell you exact numbers off the air, but not on the air.
Sure. Right.
Let's just say it's stupid.
Okay.
Okay. I'm happy for you, sir.
Yeah.
The Famicon Mini was announced, which just looks awesome. It's only for Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a lot like the NES. Is it NES Classic? Is what it's called for us?
Yeah, it's the NES Classic NES Mini.
Is it NES Mini?
Pretty sure.
I thought it was Classic. I thought it was like Nintendo Classic or something.
Maybe you're right. I'm looking it up. Mini NES.
Mini NES. Okay. Anyway, so the Mini Famicom.
Or no, you're right. NES Classic. I'm seeing both names. That's weird.
Maybe it's NES Classic, which is
seeing
a
Nintendo
Mini
NES Classic Mini.
It's just all of them, just all the names.
Every single name.
So I haven't actually looked too much into this. It's only for Japan, which is a bummer because that would have been cool if we could just get it as well. Because why not? I guess you could order one of these, right? Like if it just plugs in through HDMI.
It's just a Japanese equivalent, basically. It probably has more or less the same games, or most.
I'm trying to see. So it has the pictures of the games. I wish I just had a list because I don't know all these games. Okay, that's clearly Mario. I'm trying to see if there's any like Japanese only games. Are you guys looking at the link here?
No,
I can click it. Hang on.
I think it's actually giving us the name. Atoran Kisu of Mystery. That can't be. We're not getting that. That's for sure. Oh, they do have the names. You mouse over it. Yeah, they are getting.
It doesn't look like it.
No, if you mouse over it, then the little pop-up shows up. It says the name. Also, if you click on the image, at the bottom it says the name.
It says in Japanese for me. Are you using Google Translate?
Oh, sorry. Translate what happened automatically for me. So yes, everything's in English for me.
Yeah, I see Mario 1. I see Mario Bros. I see Donkey Kong. I see Ice Climber. I see Excite Bike. Mega Man 2. Yep. River City Ransom. Balloon Fight. I don't recognize this Konami one.
This next one is called Yai R Kung Fu from Konami.
Oh, yo, Yai R Kung Fu. Nice. That was one of the first actual fighting games.
Okay.
That looks like Pac-Man, but it's not. I don't think that's actual Pac-Man. I think that's Pac-World or something like that.
It says Pac-Man.
Oh, then it's normal Pac-Man. All right.
The next one is Makai Village.
That's Goblins and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins.
Okay.
Because you can see Arthur on there. Then it's Gradius. Then it looks to be, is that Bomb Jack or is that Solomon's Key?
Solomon's Key.
All right. This one I don't recognize.
One has a name. It's just called Bumping Sumo.
Yeah, it's a Tecmo game where you play as a sumo, I guess. Mario 3, Final Fantasy 2.
3?
Oh, that's Final Fantasy 3. Shit, you're right. Galaga, Dr. Mario.
This is the one I said. Ator and Kisu of Mystery.
I have no idea. And Kirby's Adventure, and
this one actually it says Kirby Dream of Fountain of the Story of the Star.
Yeah, that's the actual name for
awesome.
Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure.
Oh God! And
then there's another. Is that Crash and the Boys? I think over here, or that might actually be River City Ransom.
No, River City Ransom was up there. You had that one right. This one is Downtown Neketsu March Soryuke Large Athletic Meet.
Okay, so this is either the racing combat game or this is Crash and the Boys.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of Famicom.
Below.
Oh my god, yeah, there's a way more. There's the Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
Metroid.
Yep.
Castlevania. Zelda 2. Ninja Gaiden 1. NES Open Golf. Super Mario USA, which is our Mario 2.
Okay.
Double Dragon 2: The Revenge, and Super Contra.
Which is Super Tamishoto Luo. I guess.
Good game. Good
Wait,
name.
Anyway, that's kind of interesting. I'm trying to find if they have a price on this. Oh yeah, here we go. Looks like it's going to be $60.
Yeah, same price.
That's cool. Is that worth picking up both?
Probably not, because a lot of the games are in both of them.
But then you get a small Famicom.
So here's the
That's true.
shittiest thing I've heard about this so far. Apparently, the actual controllers, A, are tethered to the console, in the case of the family computer one, and B, they're only about 3 feet long or 1 meter.
God damn it.
I've heard also small controllers, yeah. I wonder if they can be unplugged. They must be able to be unplugged.
I don't know.
If you can get an adapter, because I have seen wireless adapter and wireless controllers like on Amazon and stuff before. From
Keep
third
in mind,
parties.
the actual controllers for the actual Famicom were tethered to the system. They were not
Mhm.
removable.
I'm talking about the NES.
Oh, the NES one, the controllers are confirmed to be the same length, but they
Oh,
are
okay.
like
I thought I heard
they
that
are
those
removable.
were short.
They are. You can unplug them. They look to be the exact same plug-in as the Wiimotes, basically. What you plug into the bottom of the Wiimote.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
God damn it. Why can't Japanese people get bigger living rooms so we can all get normal cord length? Jesus Christ.
Well, I guess now you just need to have a long HDMI cord.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Because the Famicom is, well, to be fair, none of us are probably getting this Famicom. But when you
No.
do get your Famicom, instead of it just being on your lap, it can be on your coffee table.
Right.
Runner 3 was announced. It was
Was.
a teaser trailer.
What?
It doesn't show much, but they're working on Runner 3. The Legend of, what's that guy's name again?
Commander Video.
Commander Video is back. 2017 is what it says.
Yep.
It's just a logo basically, but anyway, Runner 3 is happening. Those games are good.
Yep.
And last small thing, Shovel Knight's going to be in Ukulele. That's fun. That's definitely fun.
He's gonna be doing his digging. That's what he does.
All right.
For sure.
Okay, we have emails, but like I want to leave. And unfortunately, I'm hosting this Skype call.
You screwed up.
Can we do like
man.
two
Emails.
and then push them-
Oh man, there's a lot of emails.
Can we
Holy
do like
shit.
2 and then push them to next week?
There's so many emails.
Holy crap! I didn't even
Okay.
realize how many we had.
We're doing 2 emails and then pushing the rest to next week. Definitive calling it.
All right.
topdownperspective@gmail.com, @TDP podcast, Facebook group, Reddit, whatever else. Those are emails. This is an email that Jeff wrote. I meant to ask this a few weeks ago, but I actually moved in, but I forgot. Oh, well, okay. Anyways, considering school, college is starting, and students, including myself, are moving into their dorms, what do you think is the most important thing to do when you're moving and the most difficult thing?
Organization. Knowing where things are in boxes.
Hardest thing, easily.
For me, it was finding a vehicle to move my stuff because I don't have a vehicle down here.
Yeah, I mean, you moving to another country in general has a bunch of different...
I meant I wasn't even talking about that. I was just talking like when I was already down here and I was moving apartments, like just getting all my stuff there. I had to like rent a truck, get everything done, bring it back in time. So that was the most annoying part for me. You know what's cleaning? I think cleaning is the worst.
Yeah, that too.
It's
I've
pretty
gotten to
bad.
the point where I just hired a cleaning service because I've moved so many fucking times at this point.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just going to college, then you probably don't have the money for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, we'll do 3 questions. Each of us get 1 question. So
Okay.
who's got Thomas?
I can do Thomas.
I'll take it. Oh, never mind. He's got it.
Okay. First, have you ever played screen because it's on my other monitor, and that's not easy to read. First, have you ever played a remake or sequel for a game that tries to reimagine/enhance the original experience by bringing it to a modern age, but is constrained by the fact that, being based off an older game, has some of its mechanics that don't mesh well with the new?
Fire Emblem did that. Shadow Dragon was a bit awkward because they had a lot more new mechanics, and then the original one went back to basics.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Like what?
Like you couldn't do partners and stuff like that. The weapon triangle was similar, like really simple. Like you couldn't do specific things with items like trading and stuff like that. I forget the entire details, but yeah, it felt a lot stiffer compared to the one that had just come out otherwise.
Okay. I can't think of an example. Because usually they update whatever feels old. And then,
Usually.
make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, yeah.
I agree. Like HD remakes, like Silent Hill HD remake collection or whatever for 2 specifically. I remember that being a shit show.
Yeah, because apparently the slow frame rate of the PS2 is what did all the fog stuff.
Yep.
And
well,
then-
that's why the
Oh,
fog
right.
was there,
Yeah.
was to as a kind of loading barrier, right? So it didn't have to load the whole fucking level, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting. The second question is, how do you like your pizza?
N-
Preferably warm.
Saucy.
No, not saucy. Lots of cheese.
Cheese. Yeah, cheese.
Yeah. My favorite pizza is Hawaiian. Spicy is
No.
always good for
Spicy-
almost everything I eat.
Spicy.
Not spicy.
Yeah, we're good on spicy. Spicy and cheesy, I think, is what we'll agree on.
Except John said no to that, right?
Oh, John
I said
doesn't
no
like
to
cheese.
Pineapple.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
I like light cheese. I usually get light cheese, extra sauce.
You ask
Really?
for less cheese than the default?
Yeah.
That's
Interesting.
insane. I'm usually like, after you've put on the cheese, I want you to double that. I want you to put more
Right.
on.
Yeah, for sure. Unless you're going to charge me a lot extra. In that case, just leave it normal because fuck that shit. Getting some premium toppings
I don't want to see things like underneath it. I just want to think this is probably just cheese I'm eating, but then I find out it's actually a pizza.
Third question: do you have any tips for first year university? I'm in computer engineering. I feel like I'm utterly consumed every day.
First year university, and you're already consumed every day. All right.
I mean, then you're doing it right. Be busy.
When I immediately thought, okay, this is probably like freshman 15, right? I know when I went to school or when I went to university, my marks dropped by like 15% or the usual amount from what I was used to for high school. I would say, it took until like after the first midterm for me to like really, you have to figure out how to study for university because it was just different. I wasn't used to it. I didn't know what was important and what I need to be looking at.
Right.
For my school, textbooks were useless. And after the first semester, I stopped buying them because it was a waste of money. And I needed to focus on what was on their PowerPoints. And I needed to print off those PowerPoints and I needed to study the PowerPoints.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be obviously different for tons of other people's schools. I have friends that they need to buy textbooks and stuff. It's just depending on the class. So I know it takes a bit to, you gotta kind of learn how you need to study for university. And it'll probably take like a semester before you like click.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Don't
think anything. All right.
I don't think anything. No.
Yeah, I mean, do your thing, man. I guess tip for first year university is talk to a lot of people.
Socialize so you can at least have like an outlet for relaxing.
Yeah, at the very minimum.
The social aspect's the big thing I miss from university.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also make those connections and all that sort of stuff. Because when you're in a job, guess what? You're not going to be talking to anybody ever again, basically, except the people
it depends on
the
job.
No.
But it's way easier to make friends in university. University is like built to make friends.
Yeah. It's built to make friends, drink a lot, and sleep around. So enjoy your first year of all of that. Follow-up question, John. I know you went to uni for comp science, and as soon as you graduated and got a job, the recession happened. Have you done any work related in the field, and has that education helped you in your current endeavors?
Since then, no, haven't really gone back into the field, and I've kind of been okay with that. After the recession, no, that's not entirely true because I did get a job after that actually used it. So the recession hit, I lost.
Yeah,
my
wasn't
tech
the one?
job.
Isn't that the one you did the podcast from?
Yeah. So we did when we were working at YouTube. When we were working at EB together. When I left there, I went and worked for a sporting goods company in their IT department for about 2 years. So that was where I started TRG and a bunch of other things, and we were doing the podcast from there a couple times too. So yeah, that was pretty good actually. The hours sucked, and I think that was one of the biggest reasons I'm okay with being it because it was on call, and I was in 2 positions. The first position was 7 days on, 7 days off, 7:30 p.m. to a.m. And then the week after, 7:30 a.m. to p.m. So you would have a week on of night shift, a week off to fix your sleep schedule, and then you'd be a week on of day shift. And it was just really rough. Like that completely messed up my body and my metabolism and everything because of that. Then I got switched over to a proper 9 to 5, but it had on call. I think the on call schedule was, I was afraid it was every 2 weeks or every month, something like that. But you would just get calls in at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you had to get up and get in a conference call and try to fix what was going on. The worst part was the group that was calling me was the original position I had. So my old job was calling those people and ruining their sleep schedule. Then I got the job where I had to get my sleep schedule ruined.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it paid real fucking good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, fun fact, if you watch the 4 Idiots first video of Left 4 Dead, John just actually has to leave.
I was on call during the video, and I had to leave during the video.
5 minutes in. Right at the beginning. It was so good. Okay, where the hell are we in this? Okay, I guess Paul and Sean can answer as well. I think Sean did English. I think Sean did English.
I did art.
Yeah, he did art. Nathan definitely did English. Yes, he did. I assume Paul did film. I did not. I did art and then photography. Although I might be wrong on that front. You are. If you can make one video game on any platform with a dream team dev team, all right, what would it be and how would it be made?
I guess going back, yes, I am in my field, just by the way.
I am not in mine.
All right, so dream
don't
team.
Don't be surprised
dev
if you don't end up in your field. Just
that's true. I have so many friends that are not in their field.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can make a dream team, dev team.
I think I get Hideo Kojima in on this. You know what? I want to see David Cage and Hideo Kojima make a game together.
Oh my god, that'd just be an acid trip.
But I think we need somebody with a good head on their shoulders to rein them in a little bit. So I'm trying to think of who would be production.
I want the Forza Horizon team to make Burnout Paradise 2.
Yeah. I want
but they get all the what was that?
I want Platinum Games to make a Burnout game.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That would be good too.
Yeah.
Good too. I was gonna say, but I want them to use all the Burnout cars so that they're allowed to destroy them and stuff. I don't want them to put real cars in there.
Yeah. David Jaffe can do art or something. I don't know. He could be the spokesperson for the game because every time that guy says something, people cringe because he's kind of an asshole, and I love it. Okay. And finally, after listening to the most recent Pixel Response podcast, I want to say you're a great friend. Paul, why? Write back and tell me why I'm a great friend. I don't know what the hell I did.
Congrats on being a friend, Paul.
Thank you for being a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, John, you got this last one?
Yeah, let's do it. Last one comes from Glenn. Hey guys, my PS3 is dying on me, so could you get the chat to press F to pay respects for it?
No, only Sean's PS3 gets F. So F for Sean's PS3.
Anyways, I'm bothered.
My PS3 anyway. I don't even remember, but my PS3 is fine.
I don't even remember how this started.
Yeah, me neither.
Anyway, let's continue.
Anyway, I'm bothered more now than ever about the PS4 lacking backwards compatibility, as it would be a hell of an excuse for me to buy one. Instead, I'm far more inclined to buy another PS3 at this point. Has backwards compatibility ever been a deal maker or breaker for you guys in the past?
Yes.
Maybe I should just grow up already and accept PC and Steam as my one true overpriced box.
Good. Yes.
For me, backwards compatibility is usually not an issue, so I would be getting the PS4.
I enjoy backwards compatibility. and I liked it for handhelds. It was great for like when the DS came out and played GBA games. I'm like, hell yeah, give me that right now. But for home consoles, it has not been as much of a deal.
If the PS4 had backwards compatibility, I would have just bought one right away because I would have still been able to play my PS3 library on it.
Oh, actually, you're totally right. I didn't even think about it. The PS2 is the only reason I didn't own a PS1 for years because it played PS1 games.
Yeah, exactly. It is a deal breaker for me.
I think it's dependent. Like, I didn't care that the Xbox One wasn't backwards compatibility at launch, and now it sort of is. It's like 25% compatible now, so...
And now I'm 25% more likely to get one.
Yeah.
So, there's that.
All right, cool. topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast, Facebook group, Reddit. Those send in your questions for. Actually, don't send in your questions for next week. We have so many questions we have to get through next week.
If you say not to do it, they're gonna do it.
It's too late.
Oh
Too
no!
late. He's screwed up.
My game of the week is it's got to be Overwatch. I had so much damn fun with arcade mode.
Ooh, I'm torn between Dead Rising 3 and Viking Squad.
You have to pick one.
Warcraft Legion, mine.
Dead Rising 3 because I like smashing zombies.
Cool, good. I'm leaving. I wanted to get out of here half an hour ago.
Bye.
Bye.
Later.